estamos em contacto com a Estação Científica Neumayer 3 na Antártida. Por isso, vamos começar. Vai ser a Cristiana que vai fazer a primeira pergunta. A primeira pergunta é sobre poluição e sobre as vizinhanças da estação. Que tipo de animais há nas vizinhanças, está bem? Por isso, Cristiana, por favor.
Yeah, we are ready here. My name is Teresa, and I'm in Antarctica, and with me are Linda. She is our atmospheric physics. She's here for atmospheric physics, and also with me is Timo. He's our geophysicist. And we three are here to answer your questions, and we're ready to go. This is Delta Papa Zero, Golf Victor November.
Good morning, Dr. Teresa and Linda. My name is Christiana. How are you today? Over.
I'm very good today here in Antarctica. It's pretty cold here. Currently it's minus 14 or about minus 15 degrees, which is actually not too cold. We have temperatures of below minus 30 degrees already, and currently we have about 15 knots of wind. That's not very much here, which makes it a very comfortable day, but it's still dark outside because we're in polar night. Mike, back to you. Charlie Tango from the Romeo of Echo Papa Portable. This is Delta Papa Zero, Golf Victor November.
That's good to hear. First, I want to say that we are really glad and thankful for this opportunity, and now I would like to make you some questions, if that's okay. Over.
I got the first part, but could you please repeat the second part? Can you please?
First of all, I want to say that we are really thankful and glad for this opportunity, and now I would like to make you some questions, if that's okay. Over.
Roger, that's okay. Yeah, sure, you can ask us some questions. Go ahead.
Okay, so the first question is, given that there are no industries and sources of pollution in Antarctica, is air quality better, or can pollution from the rest of the world lower air quality there? Over.
For that question, I'll hand a microphone to our physicist, Linda. Linda, go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, thanks for the question. Well, the air quality is much better here than in the rest of the world. We kind of have the background value of the Earth's atmosphere here. Antarctica is still pretty separated from the rest of the world due to air and water streams around the continent. But if the climate change does change more, that could also change. And when Antarctica is the fact, the rest of the world pollution, it might get bad.
Thank you. And then second question is, which animals live in the vicinity of the research station? Over.
So we have not many animals, but most of them are close to the sea or in the sea, but we have fields of pinheads, and we hear them on our microphones that we have under the water. We also hear whales, different kind of whales, But of course the favorites here, because you can see them so good, are we mostly have emperor penguins here. They are pretty big penguins, and they have a large colony nearby. And we also have sometimes see bird station, also some small birds, and also some prey. They go after the penguin chicks if they are there. So yeah, we have not many full animals around. Miley Tech Bingo 1, Romeo Oscar Papa, Romeo Echo Papa Portable, this is Delta Papa 0 to November.
Thank you so much for your time. Now I'm going to pass to my colleague. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Eliana and I'm going to ask the next questions. The first one is, in late February 2021, a giant iceberg separated from the Antarctic plate. Was this separation due to some movement of the tectonic plates or even to the temperature change that the world has been experiencing over the years? What was the reason? Over.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's pretty normal for icebergs to break off or to carve, you say. The glaciers, well, they build up on the continent where the snow falls down, and they build up and they continuously flow into the sea. And once they get too far from the land, they start to crack, and then the ice breaks off. So the crack of this special iceberg has been noticed a few years ago, where it's like the line where it probably will break off, and so now it did. There's no special reason, can't say if it's more or less due to climate change or something like that, but it's just a pretty normal process for icebergs to break off in Antarctica. And Mike, back to you. Charlie Tango 1, Romeo Echo Papa Portable, Delta Papa 0, Golf Victor, November.
Thank you so much. The next question is, where does your food come from? Over.
So our food, our food comes once a year per ship. We have a ship that brings everything we need once a year, and there's most of our food there. And we are lucky to also have one small greenhouse here, which started to produce some fresh fruits. So we have some cucumbers and salad and stuff like that from the greenhouse. But most of our food is for once a year, so it's frozen fruit and stuff that will keep fresh for a while. Mike, back to you. Charlie Tango 1, Romeo Echo Papa Portable. This is Delta for Golf Victor, November.
Thank you so much. Now I'm going to pass to my colleague.
Hi, my name is Rita, and I'm going to ask you another question. How many scientists, residents spend the winter there? How many people are there during summer? What do they do? Over.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Currently we are 10 people here living at the station, and so during winter we are about 5 scientists and 5 technical assistants, which keep the station running. Out of us, there is 1 metallurgist, 1 atmospheric physicist, which is me, 2 geophysicists, and 1 gas physicist, which is actually the botanist, the NASA, and runs the greenhouse here. And our technical supplies are 1 IT, here, Teresa, and 2 engineers, and 1 cook, and 1 doctor. Yeah, and well, in summer there are some more people here. Nice, and
doesn't rise above the horizon, but we have twilight for around 5 hours a day, if it's not too cloudy. Usually around that time of day, we can get a pale orange around the horizon. So it's indirect scattered light, and this gets a little around noon. The sun will rise again in July, so that's the first time when we will see it. And that's our winter time, because we're on the southern hemisphere. That's winter here when it's summer in Europe. And when it's winter in Europe, it's summer here, so we have polar day during December and January, and that's when the sun doesn't set, so it's bright all the time, all day. Yeah, that's it here. Mike, back to you. Charlie Tango 1, Romeo Echo Papa. This is Delta Papa 0, Golf Victor, November.
Thank you so much. The next question is, how do you make drinking water? Over.
Interesting question. Well, we're living here on ice shelf, which is full of frozen snow and ice. And basically, what we do is just push the snow with a snow groomer into the tank and melt it there. We have to add minerals because the snow is so clean. When we would drink it, it would too clean to us to drink. So we have to add some salts and minerals. And and that's basically all it is, just the snow around the station.
I would like to thank you for your time here today, and I'm going to pass to my colleague.
Hello, I'm Hui, and I'm going to ask you another question. How are your studies in Antarctica affected by the extreme weather? Over.
The weather can be quite extreme here. We can have temperatures below up to minus 50 degrees Celsius, and also wind speeds which are 160 kilometers per hour. All the material and the instrumentation we have outside has to be resistant against this cold and this really stormy weather. Of course, there are some problems with it. So basically, some material can get brittle and cold, or also when it does snow, it can also dust, so snowed under. So actually, once a year, we have to rise everything from keeping it over the ground, and of course it does, and everything has to be stormproof. So be careful with that, of course. And so those are basic things actually, which you not really think of beforehand. For example, just a little example. Simple things like sticky tape does not stick anymore at the temperatures below minus 30 or even minus 20 degrees. So it's pretty difficult to use that when you need that basic thing.
Thanks for your time. I'm going to pass to my next colleague.
Hello, my name is Marcus. Thank you for your time, and I have a question for you. My question is, considering Antarctica's location, how and how often does seismic activity occur? Over.
Your question, I'm handing the microphone to our geophysicist, Timo. He's the expert on that one.
Thanks for the question. Well, seismic activity in continental Antarctica is very low. So most of the earthquakes that we do see are from the subantarctic zones or from teleseismic events all over the globe. But what we do see are ice quakes caused by the ice shelf movement all around us. And we put a very big effort into analyzing these events thoroughly in order to understand the dynamics of the ice shelf better.
Thank you. Have a nice day. I'll pass on to my next colleague. Over.
Good morning, my name is Diogo and I have two questions. The first one is, what is the medium temperature in Antarctica in the summer? Do you have an estimate on how that value will change on the next few years? Over.
So in the Antarctic summer, we have 0 to minus 15 degrees. That's our usual temperature during the summer. We can't really get up 0 degrees because then the ice starts to melt and that cools the air down. So we won't get really high temperatures on around 0 degrees. But the sun's pretty strong that time, so it feels, at least to me, it feels warmer than 0 degrees. And usually won't get below minus 15 degrees. There can be some cold days, but the cold days usually are in the winter, of course, when there's polar night, and it gets down to about minus 45 degrees. Mike, back to you. Charlie Tango 1, Romeo Echo Papa Portable, Delta Papa 0, Golf Victor, November.
Thank you. Thank you. The next question is it possible to study the Earth's magnetic field from Antarctica? If so, how do you do it, and in what way is it important for our future as humanity?
Hi, this is Timo again, and yeah, it certainly is possible. We measure the inclination, declination, and magnitude of the Earth's magnetic field with big and manual devices all year round. The cool thing about measuring the magnetic field in Antarctica is that we are so isolated that we don't have any interference with man-made objects anywhere near. And we do this because we want to understand the Earth's magnetic field better and see how it changes. We are part of a global network and supply our data to them, and they do the analysis.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Over.
Hi, good morning. My name is Carolina, and I'm gonna ask this next question. So, my question is, does it snow a lot in Antarctica? Won't you get snow under? Over.
Thank you for your question. As we also already said in the earlier question, yes, everything does get snowed under, so it is approximately 1 meter per year, which comes as snow precipitation. And but it is actually not that much than you would think it is. The Antarctica is still an ice desert, so it does snow not that much here compared to other regions in the world. But we are still at South Ice, so close to sea, where we get some more precipitation. But it is definitely, you have to raise everything. Even the station gets raised every year, one time.
Thank you for your time, and have a nice day. I will pass you to the next student. Over.
Good morning, my name is Mariana, and my questions are, how did you get the job, and what preparation did you do? Over.
There was Lila involved. That was a little bit too loud, but did we get the question, how we get to the job and what preparation we're doing? Is that right there?
Yes, over.
It's actually a pretty normal application. You write the application, then you're invited for a job interview, and that's the normal part, and then the special part starts once you're accepted. We have 5 months of preparation prior to coming here, and that includes the survival training on a glacier. We also do firefighting, because fire is one of the most dangerous things here, because we have nowhere to go if there's fire on the station. So we all learned how to fight through fires, and we did team building work. We can retract one of the stilts and put snow under, and once all the stills are filled with snow below, then we can push the station up again next year. So we keep our level the same as the snow level around us. And the station is built on the ice shelf, which is 200 meters of ice of the seawater. It's the point where the glacier flows from the continent onto the sea, and because the ice doesn't weigh as much as the water, it will rise from the ground and will swim on top of the sea. So that's where we're at. It's pretty special. We're currently the only station built on ice shelf. Yeah, so that brings its own challenges, but it's a good place here. Mike, back to you. Charlie Tango 1, Romeo Echo Papa. This was Papa Zero, Golf Victor, November.
Well, that's pretty cool. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.
Good morning. I would ask you if you ever saw plastics or microplastics in the ocean nearby. Over.
Can you please repeat that?
I would ask you if you ever saw evidence of plastic or microplastics in the oceans nearby. Over.
We can't really say anything about that because we don't study the ocean from here. It's frozen most of the year anyways. So, yeah, sorry, but it's an interesting question, but it's not the field of study we have here. Mike, back to you. Charlie Tango 1, Romeo Echo Papa, Delta Papa 0, Golf Victor, November.
Okay, that's bad, but what do you do to pass the time, like games or other things? Over.
Can you please repeat that? I have to adjust the frequency a little bit.
What do you do to pass the time, to have fun, to not get bored in the amount of so big amount of ice? Over.
So I got what we do to not get bored, what we do in our free time. So first of all, we don't have that much of a free time as you could think. We have a lot of work to do, so that keeps away most of the boredom. But we also have a lot of things to do in our free time. We can do sports. We can watch movies. We can play games, and we can just. We can also go out to the penguin colony, which is one of the best things we can do here. So we take one of our ski-doos and a sled, and then go out to the penguins and watch them. And hopefully in the future we will see some penguin chicks as well, which would be pretty cool to see. Mike, back to you. Charlie Tango 1, Romeo Echo Papa, Delta Papa 0, Golf Victor, November.
That sounds fun. Thank you for your time and have a great day. Over.
Can I make a final question, please? Over.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So the question is, if someone gets sick, what do you do? Over.
Hi, this is Timo again. We do have a hospital on the station and a doctor who runs it. So whenever we get sick, we can go to him and he'll treat us. There's no way we can get evacuated from the station in the winter, so that's our only option.
Thank you so much for your answer. Now, in the name of the school and all students and professors, we enjoyed the time spent with you. I hope you enjoyed your time spent with us too. Thank you so much and have a nice day.
Yeah, it was great to have your questions. Thank you for asking them, and thank you for having contact with us. We enjoyed it very much. We had a good time. Hope you did too, and wish you also a good day from the south, from Antarctica. Charlie Tango 1, Romeo Echo, this is Delta Papa 0, Golf Victor, November.
Can you answer another question? Over.
I couldn't understand that. That was not loud enough. Can you talk a little louder?
Can you please answer another question? Over.
You just said, wished us a nice day, and we'll wish you that too. Yeah, it's still dark outside here, but thanks anyways, yeah, it's our working day. So thank you for the contact, it was nice. Have a good day, this is Delta Papa 0, Golf